Most real estate deals, they fall apart because of shady tactics that nobody warned you about, not because of bad luck, okay? So whether you're buying or selling a home, there will be agents out there who will try to manipulate you into a bad decision. Maybe a bad decision, not a good bad decision for them, but a bad decision for you. Decisions that's gonna cost you thousands of dollars. It's gonna happen, guys. So it won't happen on my watch, so I'm gonna expose to you today the 5 most common real estate tricks, how you can spot them, and what to do if someone tries to pull one on you. Because in this game, knowledge isn't just power, it's money in your pocket. Isn't that the idea here? And the best one I save for last, so you gotta watch this whole video. Let's get to it. Tactic number 1, let's think about it. There's always that phantom offer. What's a phantom offer? If you ever had an agent telling you, we've got multiple offers coming in, and suddenly you feel that little panic. You're a buyer, like, I love this house. I start thinking, wow, what if I lose the house? Oh my God, you know? And you rush to submit an offer. It's happening every day, still. Since 2000, like May 2000, since COVID. Maybe I put a higher offer in. Maybe I should waive all the contingencies. I gotta win, right? I gotta win, I gotta get this house. But the problem is, are there any other offers? Maybe do they really exist? They can say it. Some agents just fabricate it. They fake competition to push buyers into making overbidding and making impulsive decisions. It's shady, it's manipulative, yeah, but it happens all the time. How do you call the bluff? Well, ask for proof. Your agent should be able to request written documentation or confirmation of something of these competing offers. If they can't provide that, then it's a red flag, you know? But whatever you do, don't panic and make a bad decision. Stick to your budget, take your time, and you buyers, you have to be ready to walk if something doesn't just feel right, all right? You have to be ready to walk, really important. Okay, that's for your buyers. Let's do one for the sellers. I call it the sneaky commission negotiating. What's that, Diane? Well, imagine this. A buyer agent calls you up and says, I've got a buyer who loves your home, but if you want this deal, you need to bump up your commission. Not allowed to talk about this anymore. Yeah, well, some agents will actually hold your deal hostage unless you agree to pay them more. It's not just unethical, it's straight up manipulation. And in many cases, like I said, it's definitely illegal because if their buyer agent contract says that they're only gonna get 2.5, they can't ask for 3. You're not allowed to take, buyer agents are not allowed to take more than what's in their buyer agent contract. So you as a seller or the seller agent should be asking, well, let me look at your buyer agent contract, right? You know, maybe, possibly, they're asking for 3, but they only have 2.5% in the contract. They're trying to get more. So if this ever happens to you, sellers, just call the broker immediately. And buyers, you have a buyer agent contract with your buyer. You know exactly how much you said you'd pay, right? You have to make sure that this buyer agent is not going to go to the seller asking for more. It'll hurt you because all the other offers will ask maybe X dollars, say 2.5%, and then the agent's going to go in with 3, and you don't even tell you. And then now you lose the deal because you didn't have that extra 0.5%. That could be for a $500,000 house. You do the math, it's $2,500. The next tactic, this one here drives me crazy, the pre-move-in request. You know, it sounds innocent, but it's really a trap. A few days before closing, the buyer sweetly asked, hey, could we mind if we move a few boxes into the garage? And what happens is sometimes the buyer and the sellers get together and they ask the seller directly, and the seller feels bad. And you think, oh, it's harmless, but it's not. First of all things should go through you and your agent. You shouldn't be talking to the buyer and making deals with them, okay? And all the stuff that they want to put in your house needs to come in after it's closed. Because if you let the buyer move in before closing, you could be asking for trouble. What if they back out the last minute? Now you have all their stuff in your house and good luck getting it out without some kind of legal headaches. Also, what if something gets damaged or stolen, or who's responsible? And the worst of all, what if they get hurt on your property? Boom, you've just lost money. Are you liable? Who's liable? So rule is no keys, no boxes, no furniture, nothing until settlement day. End of discussion. Don't ask. Which leads me to number 4, the buyer and seller meeting disaster. Oh, I hate when this happens. I get it. You as a buyer and seller, hey, maybe you want to talk about things, want to meet up. How do I fix this? How do I do that? Buyer has a few questions, or the seller wants to be helpful. But listen, it's a bad idea, especially if your agents aren't present. All things should go through your agent. That's what they're there for. So why is this a bad idea? Well, because buyers will start fishing for problems. So, have you ever had any plumbing issues? And the moment you casually say, oh yeah, we had a little issue a while back, but it's fixed now, they say, well, hey, that wasn't on the seller's disclosure. And then they start looking for ways to back out a seller lie. What else are they lying about? Or they demand these repairs are due or something like that. Or they want to discount the price. And then there could be a personality clash. That's the other thing. It's a risk there. Maybe you hit it off or maybe you really don't. I've seen deals completely fall apart just because the buyer and seller, they just didn't vibe. So the best way to avoid the drama is let your agents handle this communication. That's literally what they're there for. Comprende? Yes, I am. Number 5, the bait and switch cash offer. Now, I get it. We've done that. It's a good thing to do. And it's been done to me. But it's infuriating when the buyer comes in with all confident thing, waving, cash in the face, like it's a golden ticket. Of course, cash, everyone loves cash. Sellers love cash. Faster closing, no lender drama, fewer headaches, all that's good. And the seller might even agree to a slightly lower price just to lock in that easy, stress-free deal. Not so much in the last 5 years, but the trick. What's the trick? All of a sudden, a week later, the buyer says, I want to get some financing. They don't tell you because you said it's a cash deal, and they try to go out and get financing. And the smooth, quick deal turns into an appraisal, lender delays, underwriting problems, all of that. And make sure that they don't switch over. Because if they ask for an appraisal during the process where they weren't supposed to be asking for appraisal because it's supposed to be cash, make sure if they have cash that they do a large cash deposit and non-refundable. This way, there's no way of backing out. Well, they could back out, but then you have $30,000 to $40,000 of their money, and they won't back out. So what we do as agents is we just eliminate that. Of course, we're going to get a proof of funds, real proof, bank statements, not just some letter. So if they try to switch to financing and try to renegotiate, say, listen, you're going to buy cash. Now, you can do it. You can try to go for a loan, but you better show up at that settlement table, okay? Or we're going to take your deposit money, all right? So if they want to do a loan, they can. That's not a problem. But they have to show up with the cash or we get your money back. That's how you do it. Lately, I've been for all cash deals, I've been putting a clause in there. Yeah, I've been putting a clause that says that if they decide to get financing, the deposit is non-refundable. Okay, the last one, the final one, the one you've been waiting to hear is hire the right realtor, okay? A top producing realtor that has a client base on referrals. Then there's people coming back. Okay, so here's what you do. Because at the end of the day, you got to protect yourself from these hacks, and a good realtor will know how to do that. It'll save you thousands, protect you from shady deals, and make the whole process way less stressful. But the thing is, not all agents are created equal. Don't just hire the first one you meet. Interview at least 3. Ask them some questions. I have them on a link below, the questions. Don't be afraid to dig deep. Some agents offer free staging. If you're a seller and you're looking for an agent, free staging. Some will reimburse you for certain costs at closing, and others, well, they're just in it for the paycheck, to pay their mortgage payment. You need somebody who will actually be looking out for you, a guide by your side, okay? Your coach. So not sure what to ask, I have the questions below, okay? Also, if you don't have a realtor in your area that you know who to call, don't go through the phone book. Let me vet for you. Don't go through the phone book looking for somebody, or nobody looks at the phone book anymore. Don't go online looking for a realtor. Hire the best realtor in Texas. No, call Diane. Diane will find the best realtors. I have people all over the world. And down below is a link to a referral agent. I do hundreds a year. I refer agents out. It's one of the things we do for other people. All you need to do is just fill out the form in the description. I'll help you out. I will vet these people. I told you, I will do it. I'll make sure I'll give you 2 really good people, at least 1 you can count on. It's hard to find a good agent. I always have a hard time finding agents. We have somebody just in our office who does that for our clients. So, real estate's just not about buying and selling. It's about making smart moves and avoid costly mistakes. So now you know what to expect. You be ahead of your game no matter where where you are in the process. Now there are other things here, but I'm just going through these few. And if your selling is on your radar, whether now or in the future, you need to watch it. My 14 things you need to know when you're selling your home in 2025. Right here, just click right here on this video. It'll save you time, money, and stress. You gotta listen to this video, it's amazing.